All right, we are back live. Hello. Um, finish the docs. We just need to be done. This release needs to be done. Is what it is. Kernels, vectorization, tracing. What other things do we do in Puffer that need to be explained? So that's a full tutorial. Kinda done. Loads of text and no visuals again? Dude, you're looking at an HTML file in Vim. What do you expect? Hey, Jess. Like, I'm working on the release. Once 4 is out, and once I get some rest. Things don't have to be complicated. My guy, you're literally talking to the person who has done not more than anyone. There is Costa, who's awesome, and actually Carpathio G. But you wouldn't be able to name more than like 2 or 3 other people who've done more to simplify this field than I have. Okay? We replaced 3.3 million lines of PyTorch with 5,000 lines of CUDA. I'm literally just I'm writing documentation to explain everything right now. Like, what do you want from me, man? Your Python version here is dead. Python was making it more complicated, even though people think it was making it simpler. COSTA. If you read the guide, you would have seen his stuff. All of this shit is dated now, right? Clean RL. Yeah, exactly, Jess. Costa's awesome. Let's to fry. Dude, I'm pretty stupid sometimes. You'd be surprised. At least being me, it doesn't feel like I'm doing genius shit with Puffer. It actually just feels like I'm looking around and everyone's eating crayons for some reason. Yeah, that's fair, Jess. No idea what you're doing, AI. Oh, okay. So let me explain to you what I'm doing. In that case, I work on Pufferlib. Pufferlib is a reinforcement learning library that is very, very fast. We do research on new algorithms. We write lots of simulations. We do a lot of custom infrastructure. Everything is kind of co-optimized around being very fast. And this means that now you can do with Pufferlib today on one GPU at home, what used to take like a massive cluster and a whole team in order to do just 2 years ago. The reason I sound very annoyed is because this is like right before release, and I've been crunching for the last many weeks here in order to get this thing out. And it's a lot of just like fiddly pre-release work that is very, very boring and very irritating. And I'm pretty much ready to just have this thing done, take a little bit of time off, and then prepare for the next work that's coming up, because we have all sorts of cool plans for new research and new algorithms, but I don't get to start any of that until this release is done. So that's why I sound annoyed. Um, if I sound condescending, I guarantee you I'm really not with this stuff. It's actually very easy to learn this. We've had brand new programmers even get into this stuff. And basically anybody who's interested in RL and has even a little bit of technical background can do it now. So that's the story around here. I stream all the dev, I stream all the research, and sometimes in order to keep myself sane, I stream stuff like writing the docs pre-release. Because occasionally we'll have people that work on Pufferlib like drop into the chat and ask questions, and I do passively answer stuff like that as well. Simulations, here are a few of them. We use a lot of games in research. Games are really good for RL because they're interpretable. The RL doesn't care if it's driving a car. This is used by multiple self-driving companies and was developed with NYU. We have a drone sim. We have multiple people who have this using this to put it on real drone hardware. And then you can see we have a whole bunch of game environments. Game environments are very useful. We also have built professionally stuff in finance, commerce, games as well, robotics, any others? Defense, a couple other things. But most of the public M's are games, because games are really easy to interpret, which makes them great for research. The key to these that makes them different from just like normal game programming is they run about 1,000,000 times faster. What does that mean, deployed? I mean, we have like stuff deployed for clients, sure. But these are running right in your browser. Obviously, they'll run faster locally, but it's a research toolkit. Hmm. Was it LI? Is it UL? Like this? As in, can I use the simulations? Yes. It's all open source. Yeah, it's all open source. With this one, this is the only one I believe that's different. If you hold control, or you just tap control, now I'm playing it here. So I'm playing it here, right? So it doesn't move. But if I tap control again, the neural net will take over. Yeah. It's a little neural net that runs in your browser. The source code for all of these is on the GitHub. We actually have a really cool experiment running on this right now that's for 1,000,000,000 time steps. It'll probably be done tomorrow. We have a few new environments that are getting merged in soon, and I mean, the main thing is that the next update makes stuff like 5x faster. So that'll be fun. It's almost done. We're aiming to release it in less than a week. How many years is 1T for neural MMO? I think it's like 16 or 17,000 years worth of sim data, Jess. But like the thing is, we're gonna be able to run 10 trillion if we get rid of the conv encoder. Like neural MMO, it's actually completely just bottlenecked by the stupid confs. So it's here, look. So for, if I just pick Breakout, for instance, oops. What happened here? Why is it not loading? There we go. Okay, so here, if I hold shift, you have to hold left shift for most of them. Neural MMO, you tap left control. It says right here, doesn't it? That's weird. It used to say down right here that you need to tap left shift. I'll add that back in. I don't know why the, yeah, it used to say that you have to hold shift. Let me add that back. Oh, press shift to take control. Yeah, it is. It's right there. Locally? Well, locally you gotta set it up. And locally you can run... It's the build ocean script. That's the controllable one. I should add it so that you can control eval mode. I think it's easier to do now without torch. I'm trying to not, like, give myself more work for the release, though. We're basically already capped. That would be try another browser. Are you just on Chrome? It should definitely work on anything that has a GPU. Some of the M's probably require some form of GPU for shaders. I don't think all of them do, though. Let me see. Oh. That is a warning only. It still renders, right? Do you have M's like not rendering? The WebGL is kind of weird here because it renders. Yeah, ignore the warning then there. So it's a little bit weird for the web build version. These are written in C, and they're compiled to WebAssembly with mscripting. So the WebAssembly packing is a little weird. Obviously we don't train on the browser version of the environment. We train on the local versions. The web versions are mostly just so you can embed demos and show them off. Have to keep holding. Well, they're just demos, right? They're just demos. It's not intended to be like a game website. We use our tech in like a ton of different applications across industries. So the thing that people don't usually understand about RL is like it's harder to train an agent to play 2048 well, for instance, than it is to train an agent to fly a drone. So we have a number of environments that actually are very, very good tests of how good your learning algorithm is. Like Neural MMO3, for instance, this is basically a harder problem than is used in anywhere in research and the vast majority of industry. Like the drive environment here would be considered like a only medium complexity problem, and this is used by actual driving companies, like self-driving companies. So the things that people think are hard are often not the things that are actually hard. And we have the environments that we have for research for a reason. This is actually the core problem that a lot of that sort of plagued a lot of the field in reinforcement learning, is people really did not have a good grasp of which tasks are informative uh, as to when your methods will generalize versus which ones are not. See, like we're deleting a lot of docs now, but I think that's a good thing because it's just like most of the stuff you don't like, you just don't need to do anymore. No, the visualization show the trained model. We do not do training in the browser. You have to download Pufferlib to train locally. It's quite fast though. You know, many of the models can be trained in like seconds or tens of seconds to minutes. And in Puffer 4, which is the release I'm working on, many of the models are literally just trained in seconds. Really, the demos on the website are mostly just meant to show you neural nets that are completing a variety of different tasks and that have been trained with Pufferlib. Yeah, they're not the best models. They haven't all been updated, but many of them are quite good. So, Jess, I'm finding myself just deleting half of the docs because, like, you no longer need to do this stuff anymore. Like, you had to go write, like, a binding file, and you had to go write the Python file, and then you had to, like, edit the environment.py. None of that stuff exists anymore. Why can't I play against the model so it trains me or I train it? Well, for some of them, you can sort of play against the model, though most of them are single-player games. There are some multi-agent things you can do, but the reason that you can't play against the model to train it is that the amount of gameplay data that you would give it by doing that is essentially meaningless. So these models are trained on, like, hundreds of millions of steps worth of data often, like hours, days, weeks, sometimes years or decades or more of simulated data. It happens very quickly because the simulations run way faster than real time. But the amount of data that you would give them is just very, very low. And we can just train them in simulation on their own. Yeah. This is very different from most AI because most AI that people are familiar with today requires companies to spend hundreds of millions of dollars training them, and then you need to have a whole bunch of GPUs to run them. These are tiny, tiny models that you can run on a toaster, and you can train them at home. So they're able to complete tasks, a variety of tasks, with like less than 1/10,000th of the training resources. Yeah, and also they complete different types of tasks than the big models do. I think material science for sure. Those are more speculative on my part, Jess. There's definitely a whole bunch of random industrial problems where it'll work. I think it's going to be material science and biosim. Those will be much harder, but I think doable. This is true. Pufferlip might actually do that. Jess is one of the contributors. Jess works on chess. Several of the contributors will just sometimes hang out on the stream because they'll be working on stuff with their projects, and if they get stuck, it's an easy way to get help, which is also one of the reasons I stream. Just chess? Yeah, I know, it's pretty funny. Jess is very good at chess. It's just like Carpathy was, the head of self-driving for a while. I'll underscore and become the smartest person in the world. Yeah, part of getting good is just not being afraid to be very, very dumb for a very long time. You know how much dumb stuff I do on stream, man? Like, I got a Stanford bachelor's, I got an MIT PhD, and I do constantly stupid shit on stream all the time. It's part of learning, and it's part of building shit that works. Why is mom at MIT? I didn't know the name of the Eliza creator. That's funny. Hey, I want to see from today. Oops. Ooh. Making progress. We're making progress. I was wondering because I got 8 reps earlier today. Reinforcement learning is the exact same as strength training. Turns out. Wrote an if statement with a variable that's always false one. My guy, when I was at Stanford, I overheard a couple of like freshman girls saying like, "Oh my god, I replaced my if statement with a while loop and then my program just worked." Isn't that so weird? You're doing fine. Custom models built from scratch? Congratulations, these are custom models built from scratch. So, you're in the right spot. Technical reasons for problems with common sense answers. Bit broad, reaching theories are very shiny. Yeah, but like that, half of academia does that, man. More than half of it. Why do I need a tool and library to build from scratch? You can go ahead and try it, man. This stuff is hard. Like, you're not just like typing a 100-line PyTorch model. Well, I mean, Puffer is more so like it's just straight up not possible to write an efficient training implementation with something like Torch. And nobody's written a simpler training implementation that's this fast. You can't train high performance custom models with LLMs for this shit. You just straight up can't. Say the moon isn't real. Dude, the thing is, if they recorded a clip saying the moon landing isn't real, it will be linked forever, without the it was April Fool's thing. This stupid thing here, I hate this. Super simple. Blog is blog. Well, we got a nice proper thunderstorm outside. I wish it were, like, not terribly dangerous to go running in thunderstorms. That would be fun right about now. Hey, go do a nice easy 5K in this. Crazy storm. Well, let's hope that the roof holds. It's a crazy storm. If you see the roof fly off, that's what happened. It just lit up right there, right? Lightning. Bright as day lightning. Boom. It's honestly pretty peaceful. I like a good storm. Put the Docker first this time. Have surge protectors. I don't know if you can see it, right? It's behind here. There are like 600 pounds of UPSs. I actually don't think my personal desktop is on them, funny enough, but everything else is fine. And I love a good storm. Yeah, there are a lot of applications for RL Jess, but like we also have to just make RL less crap, and then it'll be way easier to figure it all out. Probably not just, but it'll make a hell of a difference. No idea, Jess. Hello, welcome. I'd be way less stressed with the thunder, to be honest, if I weren't here with all the GPUs. They're not waterproof, but the roof has been good so far. Is that room just weights and GPUs? Pretty much. I mean, I've got my desk and stuff in here as well. You can see I've got a decent little office area. It's pretty great. I like it. The pretty like the awesome thing about this place is even when I'm being too lazy and not working out properly, I still end up doing a few sets here and there throughout the day. So like I've been relatively lazy for the last couple weeks because I've been crunching for release, and I've still just PR'd my bench today, at least my max reps for 2 plates. Yeah, I got coffee in here. I have like a very small little kitchenette with a coffee maker, couple things, fridge. I should probably write something for no, Constellation will be different. Yes, it's sea level training. It's fine. Here we are. What are we thinking about something like this? I can commit this to the current version. It's only... No, it's 9. What do you think? Any feedback on this? Obviously, we gotta put Constellation on here. Chat GPT. Bleh. We do need to make the clone time faster. Well, that's fucking weird, isn't it? The wrong names. Hmm. They all like this? I see. Perfect. I'll write something here, but how hard was it to get into ML? I've been doing it since I was like 15. Very hard. But it's gotten much easier since then. And there's stuff like Puffer around that makes it even easier. I don't know if it looks as good on the browser, to be honest, here. Maybe it does. That's freaking cool, right? That's just in the browser. Oh yeah, it's probably doing no, it's not recording, it's fine. Disable that recording feature and shit, but we'll just commit this for now. Let's tell Spencer. I think that's pretty freaking cool that we got that done. There's some stuff we'll have to fix up tomorrow. Let's take a quick look at our run. This should be almost done. Oh yeah, that's soda right there. Look at that. Probably like 9.4-ish or something. And it's done in an hour, 45 minutes. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. I will leave that be. That is 970 billion steps on the tiny box. I can literally hear the experiment running behind me with the GPUs on that box. And this is going to be so cool to just have Constellation on the website, you know? Yeah, it'll be so nice to just have this. Oh, is it not twinkling? Yeah, it's not twinkling, I think. Oh, it is, but it's not. I think maybe the shaders are different. Whatever, I'll play with it. But I think that's like all the major stuff is done, and now it's just like polish, tweak, bug fix. Basically got everything else done because we got all the other M's that were fiddly to port working for the most part. I think I've done well enough. It's 9. I think I call it for the night. And then I get up tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. I think tomorrow we mostly just like start testing shit and fixing little things and stabilizing, etc., etc. I think that's the play. We make sure we have super solid, stable puffer. And then I have Thursday, Friday, Saturday to do that. Clean up docs, clean up puffer, clean up release, clean up setup issues. Get feedback from all of you. Sounds good to me. Let me fix the Twitter link before I forget. Hey, there we go. All right, yeah, we're going to call it for the day. Thank you, folks. I'm exhausted. 3 more days, and we'll be